Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Boobs. Yeah. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time.
If any of you
I'm glad I looked over. I almost recorded the music with a stereo track. What the fuck? But I fixed it.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
up? Welcome to another episode.
This sounds very gay.
Yes, of HMHD, Heavy Music, Heavy Dads podcast. What the fuck is up?
So the reason why I was late today was I have to work tonight at midnight for 16 hours. So I kind of just slept all day. You know what I mean? Like I tried to just sleep as long as I can, and I felt great. I woke up. So I went to bed last night around 2 o'clock, got up around 10-ish, then I went back to sleep till about noon. Then I went to the salon to help out, see if I could see what's wrong with the AC and all that shit, and came back home, took like another hour and a half nap, and I woke up, I took a shower, I felt great.
Feeling good.
I'm like, yeah, okay, like I feel, I'm rested, I'm all this shit. So I was like, okay, I got the new battery adapter, got everything, we're gonna be good. I get like right to like El Diablo, and I go, oh, I forgot the fucking computer. The most important thing that we need for today. And then I was like, oh God, so I had to go back. But I had to get gas, and so I went to go get gas, and I saw like a teenage, he was like teenage, he had to have been like in high school. Now, I know that there are some cars out there that are diesel. I don't think this one was diesel. And I'm not a mechanic. I don't know much about cars, except, I can change my own oil.
It's like a Honda Civic, and he's putting like diesel in it.
It was a Toyota, and I don't think that Toyota makes a diesel.
That's awesome.
So I was like, So if anybody's listening and can tell me how much that fucks up your car, please tell me, because oh my
Honestly,
God.
he's probably just trying to get the best performance out of his car. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone knows like the most expensive fuel is better for your car.
Or he's just like not happy with how low gas prices are right now. So that could be it too.
Or it's not his car.
Yeah, this will show you.
It's funny is I thought I was going to be late because I was about to walk out of the house, and I have my daughter for the summer, and so Harrow and Cora like love each other, like overly obsessed, right? And so Harrow jumps up, Cora's holding her, and like Harrow fell, and she like swang and just like on the tile.
Oh boy!
And I'm just like, oh well, I'm not gonna just dip and like leave.
Yeah.
Like, she got like a fucking horn growing out of her head, and I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
So no more of that.
Yeah, okay.
No more of that.
That's good. Yeah. So I don't know. So are you okay? What kind of? I've been using like the same body wash for like fucking like soap for years, and I switched to a new soap.
Are you a liquid guy or a solid guy?
Liquid.
Liquid.
Because I used to be a bar guy, but I feel like I'm not.
Used to be a bar guy.
I feel like I'm not getting super clean with it. Like I feel like when I have the scrubber, like it's actually scrubbing, But I switched to this new one, and it's like I feel like I'm not sweating as much.
Ooh.
So I want, and I know there's definitely a connect. I mean, I am a sweaty person.
Yeah.
But I know there's like certain kinds of chemicals that can like clog your pores and shit.
For sure.
Like look at me, I'm dry right now. That's insane.
That's insane.
I'd say it very much is insane. I'm also not drinking, so
86 degrees in the
86
unit
degrees,
right
86%.
It's a goddamn criminal.
That should be illegal. So yeah, we got the new camera, we got the dummy battery. Yeah, I'm excited.
We were dummies putting in the dummy battery, and I'm like, that's not working.
Yeah, the future's here.
Do you want to start off with that Jesus piece?
Yeah, let's just start off.
We weren't able to do it last episode.
Yeah, let me just. I don't know the name of the song. I'd also just Jesus Piece albums. Yeah, I listened to like a couple little things of it, but Jesus Piece is super heavy band. I've seen them before. They put on a really good show. And we were talking about it last episode, and feel like we shouldn't lie to people.
No. So they have a new album.
Yeah, it came out a few months ago, and I've been wanting to do it. I just
on An Offering to the Night.
Okay.
That's like the most played already
okay.
on this new album.
All right. Oh, and it's a music video, so that's kind of cool. All right, cool. Well, this is Jesus' Peace, An Offering to the Night.
Okay.
I know, I'm just going to redo. Okay, finally. Take two, again. This is Jesus' Peace, An Offering to the Night. Oh, wow. This is a lot different than their other shit. I like it. Ooh, this is good.
What a cool video.
Yeah. Ooh, this is good. This is way heavier. I mean, not that their old shit wasn't heavy, but this is a different direction.
So big.
That's good right there.
So fat, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
I like how they're all wearing bucket hats now. Did you see that?
Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
Get that Boundaries tone, dude.
Yep.
That's that Boundaries tone.
It really is, actually. I just don't know how they can do all this on fucking Fenders. It drives me nuts. Well, this is good.
Damn, that was pissed.
This is a lot better than the song I was playing.
Really?
Yeah.
That was just like the most. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that was Jesus' Peace, An Offering to the Night. Yeah, man.
It was good.
New album, super dope.
They've always been heavy, but I remember like their older stuff being a little darker, but still kind of more, hardcore.
Yeah.
I guess esque. But that was like, I got like a power violence vibe from it.
It was very slammy for sure.
Yeah, it was.
But
the tone of the recording was really cool.
They definitely got that Boundaries tone. Like that's just.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That open.
They're definitely using the like I guess it's called augmented, but yeah, like they were going back and forth with that.
Yeah,
but it did sound like maybe they're in the same tuning too, because like you're right, it did right away. I was like, that sounds like even with the guitar tone itself.
Yeah,
but it was good though.
Do you think that would make you upset, or like you were like that'd be cool? Like if you were in a band and you're like, and there was like a specific or like a signature sound or noise that you did, and like somebody else did it, that'd be kind of cool, right?
If the band was worse than mine and more popular, yes.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, because that's the thing with guitar tone. I think it's everybody always wants to have, I don't know. Like, okay.
I'm going to make a point real fast because, and it's going to lead to my next talking point, but Kyle Medina, right? A Body Snatcher. He just got off a tour, was on tour, something like that. I'm going to try to see if I can find it real fast. But basically, one of the bands that was on the bill did a pressing for their shirt. Here it is. The band is called Isolator, right? But like the band reached out to Kyle and said, hey, can we do a limited press just for this whatever and use your same font?
Well, that's kind
of like,
At least they asked.
Yeah, and Kyle's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
I think a lot of people don't care, but I would like to be asked.
I think as a respect thing.
I mean,
at the end of the day, it probably wouldn't.
Now
really
it's
affect
totally
your life.
different. Like I think it's totally different with like like if you wanted to do like a hate breed thing, because hate breed's just like a
It's
legendary.
like doing Thrasher or something.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, you know?
exactly. So I think
Such a
there's
huge
kind of that,
house name,
but
like household
and not that
name or whatever.
Body Snatcher's not fucking huge, but like they're still current.
Yeah.
Not that hate breed's not relevant, but like
Yeah.
they're the Godfather. You know what I mean?
They're-
Like they're
yeah.
already established. It don't matter. But like,
They're always on in the background, you know?
yeah, I think I think it's cool that the band asked.
No, yeah, for
You know,
sure.
that's cool. So you know, just always ask, because I think you'd be surprised at how many people don't care.
But I think it was really cool. Kyle actually messaged me today. Kyle Medina is a good boy of ours, and he's also the vocalist of Body Snatcher. Didn't they start out in your
They had a couple of different.
they were jamming, right?
I don't know if it's weird because I know they were all. I don't know if they were practicing because they were like all of the same guys were like in like a pop band, like a pop punk band.
So
too.
they were without Kyle. It was Behind These Dreams. It was like a
Yeah,
pop punk band.
I kind of remember that.
It was Alex, Colton, Ben. I forget who was doing vocals.
I don't know, but when I had, I think Body Snatcher had just started forming, or like becoming what starting out, and yeah, I had a office space in Cocoa that had like a little 10 by 10 office space, and I used it mostly for like a drying room for like all my woodworking because like there's no humidity and shit.
Yeah.
So they were just like, can we just rent from you? Yeah, I think I charged them like maybe like $100 a month.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but it was cool because there's always guitars and shit in there. And Ben had his EVH and I just go in there and jam.
Just fucking jam.
But yeah. And
So Kyle messaged me and he said, dude, I love the podcast.
Really? That's cool.
He said, you and Drew are hilarious. He said, you guys are natural in front of the camera. He's like, I hope it blows the fuck up. Like,
it will if you post about it.
but it's cool because like, I think a lot of people, like I've known Kyle for a while. Every time we see him, it's just hugs and smiles and stuff like that. A lot of people don't see, like Kyle's a very friendly person even on tour. Like I see him post photos of like,
Oh, yeah, he looks like
people,
that. Yeah, he looks like that
Yeah,
kind of guy, yeah.
he loves like him being in the band. That's him. Like he will always like love being in a band. But it kind of leads me to my first song. I'm like, hey, I'm actually recording tonight. You got any suggestions? I didn't listen to it.
Okay.
I listened to like 3 seconds of it, just because it started playing on Spotify. I don't think you'll like it.
Okay.
But it was funny. He was like a couple of the other bands we already done them, but Boundaries, Mount the War, and Gates to Hell. Like we done those bands, but
Gates to Hell.
I don't think we've done Gates to Hell.
No.
I will make a note on
Make a
that.
little notey note.
Yeah, because I have like
I think I've seen the name before.
I meant to ask you about Gates to Hell.
But no, we've never done them.
But we did Mount of War, and obviously,
Mouth
I told
for
him like Boundaries are.
Yeah.
it's so close to being a Boundaries
Yeah,
podcast.
Mouth for War is fucking sweet too.
So this name, I'm gonna spell it for you first, and then
Okay.
it's TRACHEOTOMY.
Okay, slow down. Is it tracheotomy?
There it is.
But what's the name of the song?
There's no S in it.
Okay.
The name of the song is Mask of Sanity.
Mask of Sanity.
And it is.
There it is. Tracheotomy.
There's no S.
There's no X in that.
But when you clicked on the.
Oh, I don't know.
So how do you say that?
Tracheotomy.
Trach? Like when you get a trach done?
Yeah. When they stab you with that fucking like pen with no ink in it.
My dad's had 2 of them done.
Really?
In his life. And they like at his age, they're like, that never happens. You know, typically you're dead. You know, like when you need that last life support.
I think they do
So
that.
my dad's got like, it looks like an upside down cross scar, like on his.
Oh wow. I think they do that with like when you.
So the first time
Can't
he
breathe, but,
he was like 8 and he like was on the handlebars of a dirt bike going through the woods and they ran through a barbed wire fence and it just completely, he had 500 stitches inside out. He had his mouth sewn up for 3 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then the last time was like maybe 6 years ago, he had a stroke and he had a.
Was the airways were blocked or something? Because isn't that why they do that? So they can get like a direct airflow to the.
Well, like so
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a shot that you have to that you're able to take if you know when you had the stroke within a certain amount of hours. I think it's like 3 hours. They're able to give you the shot, and it's supposed to help like the healing
Yeah, I got you.
or whatever, but still in that time, he wasn't able to control the right side of his body.
I got you.
Anyways, so
Anyway.
this is
Tracheotomy.
and then Mask of Sanity is the name of the song. I don't think it's up your alley,
I
but
don't know. We'll see.
Kyle suggested it, and I never heard of them, so thanks, Kyle.
Free version of Revolve. Ugh. What? I'm gonna throw this thing out the window. What is happening? Oh, very Suicide Silence, like the early stages of deathcore.
This is so up Kyle's alley, though.
I like this because this sounds like early deathcore.
Yep. Kyle loves that, like, old school, like, potato-ish shit. You know, like,
Little blasty, a little bit heavy in there. I like the music video.
I bet you this would be fun as fuck live.
Oh yeah.
Or not. I don't know.
I don't know anything. I like this. I do like this. It's very old sound.
It's an interesting band name.
Not really. I mean, it's a good name, but it's like very much, goes with like that whole death kind of inclination,
This song came out January this year.
Oh, good. It was filmed in January 10 years ago. They look young.
Like, really young.
They look really young.
That's a good two.
Oh, that's good, man. Oh, I like that little transition that you right there.
This is so old school, dude.
It really is.
I totally know why Kyle likes this band.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is so a synchronized bombing.
Yeah.
I bet you this shit fucks live.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's like, so that was tricky.
That was really good. Like you said, it sounded like when deathcore was really starting to come out. Like, 'cause I had like a small phase of like Suicide Silence and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I really like the band Bleeding Through.
Yeah.
The Bleeding Through to me is not, I don't know, they have kind of blast kind of parts, but they were definitely more of a metalcore, more of a dig a dank, 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 dank,
A little bit higher. This is like low as shit.
No, that guy was pretty low too.
Yeah?
But no, he didn't growl or anything like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, no, that was good. It literally sounded like I was listening to something from like 2005.
Yep.
Yep.
No, for sure.
I'm glad that we're going backwards in time.
I think, with how young these kids are,
Yeah.
like they could ride another trend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
In the next 6 years, like it's big now. Like if they're like stay big, it's gonna be big again.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's proven that. Like like this whole like after going to FYA, I have realized, okay, sounds just don't die. They just go somewhere else, and they still have a following. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be an FYA. Like, you know, they have like, this is hardcore, right? Which is not probably too different of like a lineup that would be played at FYA.
But it definitely has a little bit more.
It's different.
Yeah, it's got a little bit.
Right? It's a different, almost generational thing, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's going to be like a beatdown version of that, where you're going to have all these beatdown bands.
Yeah.
If there's not already a fest that I don't know about.
There
like
probably
that.
is, because I'm always seeing like little like different things of bands that I follow on Instagram, like, oh, we're playing this fest, and I look at them like, oh man, I wish I could go to that.
Yeah,
but you know,
no, that was cool. Thanks, Kyle. That was I mean, that's out of my like realm of what I would my daily listen. But if that
It's a
was
little bit more on the
playing,
metal side,
that
yeah.
was playing with them or whatever, I would go see them. Absolutely, I would fuck somebody up to that.
Yeah.
I would literally murder.
I'm not gonna go too into it, but I guess there's a really popular interview going around right now with the guitar player from Suicide Silence about gatekeeping and how it's a good thing.
It is great.
I know, but if you read his article, like it kind of makes sense what he's saying. I'm not gonna go in because everybody's covering it, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But go read that article. Just type in interview gatekeeping's good. It's on everywhere. .com.
I mean,
/org.
It's the line that we balance every episode is gatekeeping, but yet we're telling people about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you know.
we're gatekeeping, but not gatekeeping.
Yeah. But I was just, you know, I think gatekeeping's good.
Absolutely. There needs to be some form of it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be a fucking prick about it, but like, just don't tell us everybody about everything.
I keep sending you those videos. I keep finding them all the time of like, got my new fit for the show, and like they just like do like this little.
I can't stand those
I'm
people,
just,
dude.
what are you doing? You look like a fucking turd, dude. Like I hate
This is
you.
what you dress when you see Knock Loose.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Knock Loose shirt.
I hate you.
We're
I
a 5 panel. And
just go to the show and shut the fuck
I'm
up.
wearing my my 1945 Levi's. And
Yeah, like what the fuck? Different shoe styles for different genres. These are my black metal boots.
just listen to the fucking band.
Just go to the show.
Those are the same people that are bringing a fucking camping chair and reading a book in the back of a fest. It's the same fucking person, dude. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. I'm not even gonna.
Tell me I'm wrong, Drew.
Tell me why. No, but that was good. I like that. Deathcore is not something that I will. I have like little bouts of it. Like I do enjoy listening. Like I do like Thy Art Is Murder.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. Like I said, Bleeding Through, I like a lot. Suicide Silence, I did a little bit in the beginning. Winds of Plague was a good one back from that time.
Winds of Plague was
period.
really good.
Yeah, Winds of Plague was really good.
Yeah, I forget about that.
There was a band.
There's a lot of bands that popped up and died like after a few years too.
There was a band from Tampa back in like 2008 that was kind of more of a hardcore band, like more of like a maybe like a more of a mainstream kind of hardcore band. But then they became like a big like deathcore deal. They changed the
Tampa.
name.
So there was Armed for Battle.
That wasn't them. Something to
then
do with ships.
40 Winners.
No, 40 Winners was Ocala.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
Abandon All Ships.
No,
That was kind of more of like a.
it'll come to me eventually.
Yeah.
There was a band actually, and the lead singer actually did kind of do a couple shows for I Am Divide when we were kind of like going back and forth between different singers. His name was Rick. He was in a band called In the Ruins. And
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
yeah, that band was really good. Rick has like I haven't seen or heard of him in 20 years, but he had a really good voice, and I was actually going to curate that to put on the Florida episode. But yeah, he had a really good voice.
Kyle just messaged me.
Oh, yeah.
Trichotomy is super dope. We just listened to him.
That's cool. Well, you know what I was thinking we could try doing too one day is when we get better internet connection, we could do like video call-ins.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you have a song, but I kind of want to get into something.
No, go. I'm
Right?
like totally unprepared.
Okay, so we're and that's super cool because I typically am the one that anyways, so we did an episode Friday. And then we didn't have wives, so we did episode Saturday as well, right? And so after that, we had too much time with each other. That's the most time we've ever had with each other in a long time.
With no obligation, yeah.
Yep, we're and we talked about it on that episode. Anyway, so afterwards we ended up going to Dog and Bone for like 2 beers. Still was home by 11. It wasn't like a crazy,
we were
crazy night.
Yeah, I think I was asleep by 12.
But the cool thing about it is that like, I know we do this podcast and that is in our entire lives, and it's shown in that car drive back when I went to drop you off at your truck. But we were just listening to music, and I was trying to think of this band, right? And I was like, oh my God. And we're like going back and forth with music or whatever. And I was like, there's this fucking band. And dude, I don't know if it was James Zolo or Colton or Ben. Somebody showed me this band at my old house. I can remember listening to them like, oh, fuck. And I never listened to them again. And I thought it was Manila Folder. I thought that was the name of the band.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to find this whatever. And then I found it.
Yep.
And then
I told you to turn it off.
So yeah, that's the funniest part. Now we're gonna get into the song, but like, I was like, oh, I found it, and I played it, and you were just like, turn it off. Like you're like,
turn it off.
Just turn it off.
Turn it off.
And you said it was really hard for you not to listen
because
to it.
I heard like 30 seconds of it. I was like, save it.
Yeah,
save it. I'm gonna save it.
And I forgot how good they were. Like
I
never even heard of them. Like before that. Like this was almost 10 years ago that someone told me about this, and I'm like, okay. So I've been unknowingly gatekeeping it from everybody.
Yeah. Well, let's open the gates.
Yeah. So
First 100 people only.
So the name of the band is Road to Manila.
Yep. And what is the song? God damn it.
Literally all of them are good.
Yeah.
But I like 1984. That's the one that we heard the 30 seconds of. I don't think there is.
Doesn't look like it. That's okay. No, this is a long one.
How long is it?
Almost 5 minutes. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah. Road to Manila, 1984.
Yeah, put both my headphones on for this. Terrific drummer.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is.
That's when you paused it.
Oh, God. I like that little. Oh, they're from Denmark.
Oh my God, this fucking breakdown. I forgot about this breakdown.
We must keep on taking into this drug. We'll let up and back. We never let.
Okay. Get back together. Move to America. God. The amount of tension that breakdown brought, because it wasn't like on time, but like they kind of just would end it with the open chord, and then it goes into this.
Yeah.
This is how you win me over.
If they have one. Nope.
Oh,
So that's Road to Manila, and the song is called 1984, but literally listen to every song.
No, I'm gonna later.
Because, like, they're all, I don't know they're all that long, but, like, it's so fucking good.
It was good.
Yeah.
The chord transitions, everything that was well layered. It wasn't too much, wasn't too little. I liked that a lot. That was really good.
No, it is the perfect amount, and it's just so pretty. And his voice on top of that, like, everything was cohesive. It was just perfect.
Oh yeah, no, it was
a perfect
definitely it was a good song. That breakdown kind of like left a lot of anticipation, and then it just kind of took you back, and it went to the clean part. That was cool. I like that.
I like those, like I've always said, like, give me a break. I love those breakdowns where it's like bam, 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 bam. Like, it's just like pause that, and it's just very funky, and it breaks up the regular, like, structure of the rest of the song. You know, kind of like everything was kind of going this flow, and it's like no, and then it kind of back down, and it like.
Oh, that's good. I liked it. It's got
good song.
Got a good voice. Yeah, from Denmark.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about those people because I don't know nothing about them. But hey, that band is fucking awesome.
No, it was good. I liked that a lot. I saw you open a beer and I was like, but I can't.
You can't.
I know.
You work too much.
I know. Well, I need money.
I know, right?
Yeah, my job is like, oh God. And it's not like it's a hard, like, night shift isn't hard, but it's like just the fact that I know I'm going to be up for 16 hours straight, like working 16 hours straight. And then, like, I slept a lot today, but I'm going to try to get some sleep, you know, before, like, when we get done here, I'm going to try to just take a nap. Because that's usually what I used to do is, like, I get off work at, like, noon, and I'd, like, try to nap. And then when Brandy would come home with the baby, I'd up, have a little dinner, and then we'd all lay back down, and I'd get, like, another 2-hour nap before I went in.
Yeah. I just took tomorrow off.
Yeah. I want to, but the thing is like, I have to have the overtime in order to
Well,
make
it's like
money.
I just got Cora, and I was looking at my schedule. I didn't have anything on my book for
Oh, well,
tomorrow, so I was like,
that makes sense. Do
say,
that.
hey,
you know?
I need to not work so I can hang out with my daughter.
Yeah.
So we just have a little daddy-daughter day.
No, yeah, do
Looking
that.
forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And it's funny talking about my daughter. My phone is connected to what she's listening to on the Google right now, and she is listening to Sans chill lo-fi sounds.
dude, that's like really popular. Like,
I don't know.
it's basically just like a 8-bit recording of like beats. I
I feel like that's something you would be into.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't necessarily like the lo-fi stuff too much, but like I do enjoy like mid 90s like beat culture.
Okay.
Like I do. I put that on in the background like when I'm doing shit. But
To me, like, give me a piano and a simple jazz beat and like a sample, like a simple sample.
Yep.
I love, like, I think every 3 months I go and I just listen to Gangstar or Doom or something like that, and I just like it's so simple. It's not like making it. It's not.
No,
but you listen to it and it's just like
it's just a 2-bar loop.
It's a steady. Yeah, you're right. It's just a constant. You know, so you feel like, okay. For me and my anxiety, I feel safe listening to the song. I know what I'm expecting. There might be a pause or something like that, but like then you get to focus on the storytelling. That's what I love about it.
And even with the stuff that I listen to, that's usually there's no lyrics. So kind of like
The stuff. Okay, I do remember
like
a few years ago.
DJ Crush is my favorite.
You show me to him,
You know, but what he does is he's known for his turntablism and he'll do scratching, but he'll put like delay on the scratching and shit like that, and just, you know, it's really cool. Kind of just fills it out a little bit more, and he'll have rappers on there and stuff too. But I haven't listened to that. I actually have a lot of his albums on vinyl.
I don't know, man. DJ Premier is like
DJ Premier is really
like-
good.
everything that dude touches is just.
Yeah, he's got a really good style of how he samples and chops stuff up. I like that.
Not to talk about other podcasts, but Tom Segura like interviewed him, and
Oh, really?
great podcast, dude. And it's just so interesting to know how they used to do that back in the early '80s. You know, like
And he still does it like that, by the way.
they used to have like crate days. Like, let's go to these record stores and see what we can get with the crates, and we would listen for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Try to see if we heard a sound like, what the fuck, you know, like that's not. And then you're listening to music. In a completely, you're like not listening to that song. You're
seeing how
listening for
you
sound,
fit-
how you
I
can
could fit
use
it
it
in
for
there,
your
yeah.
song. And then another cool thing about him as a person is that every single beat that he did was made for that person.
Yeah, he's
and if
known-
that person didn't want it,
never
it's not
went.
like it didn't. It went into a catalog. No one ever touched it again. I don't know if he did anything without, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, I got this one for you or whatever. It was like, no, what do you got? I'll make that, and then he would make it for that person.
Yeah.
You know, and dude, that level of like just craft, and it's an art, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And now you just got like a. I watch these videos of these people basically playing unplugged like dubstep shit. I'm like, what is going on, man?
Daily documentary recommendation.
Dude, you've been having those lately.
Yeah, I'm making it a thing.
Yeah.
So there's a documentary called Scratch. I don't know if it's free on YouTube or not, but I used to have it on DVD. But it talks about the history of like turntablism and sampling, and but it interviews everybody from DJ Shadow to Mixmaster Mike, Premier.
Mike's good too.
Yeah, and it just talks about like the 80s and how it came up and how scratching started, but then it talks a lot about crate
Dude, when they
digging.
used to do it with cassettes, I'm like, how does that even
Well, that's
work?
how Mixmaster
You know?
Mike got his start.
Yeah.
Was he didn't have turntables, but he had like 2 tape decks.
How do you do?
And he would slow it down with his finger and like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nuts.
I might have seen parts of that because that's not
It's
familiar.
you've probably seen clips from
Yeah.
it, like but that's a really good documentary because it teaches you a lot about it. Because I was kind of into that like beat culture for a long time. Like I used to have the analog MPC. I had a turntable. I would sample it, try to make. I never made anything super incredible, but it was just
You
something.
show me a few things.
It's something fun to do, like just another avenue of that I got into for a while. Yeah, that took a turn. I don't know how we went from Road to Manila to DJ Premier, but that's cool.
Anyways, Road to Manila. Fucking check them out. They're dope.
Oh man, I do not.
Or don't. I don't care.
Don't do anything.
Don't not do it, okay?
Don't you dare follow them. They're not a band anymore.
And if you want, I'll give you another band, dude.
Let's do it. I like this because all my shit that I have is not really
Oh,
not
dude,
sticking out to me.
you're gonna make love to me by the end of this episode.
Okay.
The name of the band is the name of the band is Treated.
Pressure treated? rated for a hurricane? What?
Just watching you spell shit.
I can't see that far, man.
And the song is called "Where We Stand."
Where we type. All right. Cool. New song, lyrics, video.
2012. Yeah, just play that one.
This one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. New band? No.
2012.
Okay.
What?
Very counterparts.
But almost not.
No.
Pause this for a second. This is kind of like when I kind of wanted to find like, okay, so this is 2012. So this is like, that whole stick to your guns
Ghost
ass,
Inside,
Ghost
yeah.
Inside.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to try to find bands that obviously maybe, I don't know what they're doing now, but didn't make it. I never heard of them. You know what I'm saying? But had that sound,
Are these guys brothers?
The back two?
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of look alike.
Is that a Periphery shirt?
Yeah, it is a periphery shirt,
Yeah.
yes. That's an Ireland shirt. You could tell it's an Ireland shirt because of the way that it says
way that
Ireland.
The way that it is.
By the way that it is.
Oh, fuck. Go back.
Oh, I gotta change that hotkey because every time I push F1, it fucking opens up the stupid Google help page.
All
Which
right.
basically just tells you to fuck off.
But they have such good chords. They have this almost like gimmicky shit, but the chords are so good.
good.
That's so good.
Good stuff.
Because you're like, I'm about to sound like a day to remember, but then I'm not.
This is where we stand.
Oh my God.
This is where we stand.
There it is. Do pictures like that. Yeah. Like, just like the goofy, like, come on.
It's like as soon as they start losing me, I get it back.
Yeah, it's good.
As long as I live, I will never turn back. We won't turn back. As long as we live, we will never turn back.
I can tell you why this band didn't make it.
Because they misspelled treated. That would be funny if that's why. I mean,
Okay, so no, their lead guitar player
uh-huh.
probably definitely wanted to go a certain direction. I could feel it. And then like the other members or the vocalist or the other guitar player wanted to go like more like mainstream pop. You know, like not pop
Could be.
in a sense or whatever. Because I'm feeling like, hey, like I want to be melodic hardcore as fuck. But then it's like, this is a day to remember.
Yeah.
It's so close. Like, as soon as it'd be like, bop, 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 bop. And I'm like, oh. Like, it's like almost like fighting, like back and forth of like two different genres. Not that I felt it really become one.
I do remember.
But it was cool. They had great chords in that song.
I do remember like there would be like conversations that we would have in the band. Like obviously everybody had kind of different tastes, but not that much different, you know? And there would be times where like something that would be super popular, you'd see a lot of bands kind of gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
Like without even paying any attention to how much different it is from the rest of their songs.
Yeah.
And I kind of didn't do that because like when I was in a band, I didn't really listen to a lot of music. I was just writing music constantly.
Yeah.
But I do get what you're saying because our first original singer that we had for Awaiting Winter, he wanted to go in a totally different direction.
What direction was that?
He wanted to go to more of like a Job for a Cowboy, like more of like
Really?
like the dark.
I can't picture that.
And-
Like as far as like a whole sound or his vocals?
Well, his vocals were already kind of like were very low.
Okay.
But like he wanted to go that route totally.
Musically.
Yeah, and it just wasn't working out, and it's fine. You know, whatever he.
Now, did you try? Did you fancy? No. You're like, this is what I read.
No, because it's, you know, very much majority kind of thing. Like, no, this is what we want to play. Like everybody was totally happy with what our band was sounding like, and that's okay. Just move on.
Oh, so you already had shit,
Oh yeah, we already had like,
and then
we were already playing shows.
I wanted to do
Yeah,
like a different genre. You went to For the Fallen Dreams it.
but and it just wasn't working out. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't care. Nobody cares. You know, move on.
So you kicked him out of the band.
But yeah. I mean, it just wasn't working out. I mean, if it's not working out, you got to move on, and you know, everything we like what's going on, and you know, no big deal. You know, which is kind of cool because we had a different variety of different singers after that, but we always wanted Josh, the bass player, to sing because he always had a really good voice. And, you know, we went through a couple different singers. Then Nancy was in there for a little bit and all that stuff. But it ended up being Josh, and he's on all the major recordings. And then after we kind of broke up for a little bit, and then we got back, and then that's when Bobby kind of introduced in the band and all that shit. And
Was that when you became I Am Divide?
no, we became pretty much I Am Divide after Nancy left, and we got Josh to sing full time. That's kind of when we really started to. We changed the name. Yeah, because we were still awaiting when she was in it. Yeah, so that makes sense. And then we kind of just after all that shit had happened, we started writing and recording some new stuff, and then that's when we're like, oh, let's just change the name, and
Yeah.
we did that, and you know, somebody from Canada stole it, and you know, it's all good.
That's great.
But yeah, that shit's good.
You want me to give you something else?
I guess, yeah, go ahead.
I love this.
Yeah, this is nice. I don't have to think about it.
I like it. And I'm glad I found songs because I had none before today.
It's nice when you can do that, like, because that's how it is for me. Like, I'll go through a spurt where I'll find like, oh,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, okay, I played them all.
Yeah, right?
But now that we're getting kind of caught up with episodes, I can spend more time doing that rather than something else. So, yeah, go ahead. What's the next one?
This next one is Saints Never Surrender.
Oh, we did them already.
Did we?
Yeah.
So I was actually kind of curious about that if we did or not.
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
I forgot what song we did, but I know we did.
You know what?
Yeah, we did do.
We did.
Yeah. I think it was The Last Defender. Yeah. Which this whole album is fantastic. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I saw it and I was like, did we do this one? And that's what has kind of been a struggle. It's like, have we done this one? Or
Yeah.
not,
You know what I want to do today? And let's try not to forget. Let's do the wheel. We haven't done the wheel.
We haven't done the wheel.
In a
You're right.
long-ass
We'll do the
time.
wheel when we leave. Okay, so I'll do another one because I have some.
Yeah.
Until We Are a Ghost. And then the song is called Spinning Into Nothing.
All right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trying to give you some inspiration.
How have I never heard of this?
Yeah, same.
Chisel to the bone!
Go on tour with John Dust right now.
Hold on. Go back. Go back. Go back. Yep.
I am nothing but the hero!
Dude.
But I run!
I'm getting a heavy Shai Hulud vibe from this too. A little slower, but good though. Oh, this is Shai Hulud all over it.
His vocals are very counterparties.
It works though.
I do good, Daddy.
Oh yeah, this is really good.
Dude, it's
This is
so
good.
good.
I like this a lot.
If you try to drown me in the river, you want me to burn this. If you try to drown me in it,
God damn.
you let me to feel you.
There it is. There it is.
There's the flavor. It's so funny. I liked other songs because I didn't want to make my list too long.
This is good though. I like this. This is the best so far to me.
Yeah. I agree. It's got everything.
Oh yeah. It's a little darker too. Like the chord that they picked for like the heavier stuff.
Are they good?
You told me this would be a waste of my time. If I was back home, I'd be losing
It's so emotional, dude.
I found release from life's indeceit. And now I'm spinning. I keep spinning, spinning into
Come.
nothing. Spinning into nothing. Spinning into
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Have you ever heard of that in Vogue Records?
No? You ever heard of Dead Bundy?
So, god damn.
That was good. I like that a lot.
So that was Until We Are a Ghost, and the song was called Spinning Into Nothing. And the album of that is called Detach Me From You, which is fantastic. Like,
That was good. I like that a lot.
it's-
I heard the first part of that song was definitely Misanthropy Pure.
Okay.
Shai Hulud written all over it. Like the quick little chugs and then they'd go into like a little mini lead. I heard a lot of that in there, but it was good. That was awesome. I like that a lot. I like that.
You gonna dive into that album?
Probably. I've been trying to, in order to make sense of different writing things, I've been kind of like picking a song that I really like and kind of dissecting it, like chopping it down a little bit, like as far as like.
So that's
structure.
interesting. So like, okay, for that song, in my opinion, where do you start? Like, where do you start dissecting that?
I take a part that I just like, and I kind of just.
So just like the background noises, like the heavy leads in the back.
Well, like I'll think about it like from like a beat standpoint. So like obviously they got like your fast beat, and I'll take a look at that, and I'll try to listen to how they structured it a little bit, and then I'll try to like just fuck around with little things in there, like because sometimes I think if I'm writing like a melodic part, I might be too strummy, and I might want to break it up a little bit. But just hearing how different people do it and like how quick they do it,
yeah,
like as far as like are they using 16th notes in between to like kind of pull offs, that kind of stuff to kind of get the tone right.
You're getting like inspiration.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like structuring it out because I think that's sometimes like if I'm trying to do this thing now where I will write different parts, but there'll be spaces in between. And then I'm like, okay, I like this way, like how this sounds. I like how this sounds. How can I make it just flow into that?
Yeah.
And then I can fuck around with like, drum fills or like little lead-ins with like, like a octave slide up or so. I don't know, just to kind of like blend it because that's definitely my most important thing is that it has to blend. Like I can't just have it go dun 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 dun, right into it.
Right.
I mean, unless it's appropriate, you know what I mean? But like as far as
I almost said it, and like you might be able to see it on the video, but like when they were going through that like interlude part, and then I was like, I wonder if they're gonna bring it back. And then like as I'm like about to say it, like they just instantly bring it back.
Yeah.
And it's such a good layout of a song.
one thing that they did after the clean part is something that I didn't do it in I Am Divide, but Ambitionist, that was all over it. Was you just turn on the delay pedal and you just fast strum like a high lead, just
You get to that.
just 3 or 4 notes, and it's like I'd be all over that, and I like that because it fills out the song. You can layer it with other chords, and stuff like that too.
And I feel like how the drums play on that.
Yeah.
And like like the entire band as a whole, like it can play off as like a very emotional part. Like the vocalists, like if they sound like that, can really lay out, like just like belt out like some serious shit, and you're not taken away from like it's just like you have like an ambient noise and it's driving this, like emotion.
Especially if the drummer's like really tight with the transitions with going with the guitars,
Yeah, heavy cymbals.
So yeah, for sure, and like knowing just when to cut off or like mimic what the guitars are doing beat wise. You can really accent all that shit, and that band did it. That was good. I like that. I liked every band we've played so far, but that band to me is my favorite today.
So far.
I like that. Yeah, so far.
I don't know. Okay, maybe. Okay, so once again, Until We Are Ghosts, that was the name of that band. So the next band I have for you is called Motives. Have you heard of Motives?
It sounds familiar.
It sounds familiar for me too, but when I listened to it, it wasn't the band I thought it was.
Okay.
And the song is called Reap and Sow. Reap and Sow.
How now, brown cow?
How now?
What did I say last episode? I was like, Medusa oblongata.
This is a little bit different,
Okay.
but in the same...
I'll carry the promise.
A little bit more of an emo-y kind of tone.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's good though.
So good.
It's fun.
I love this shit, dude.
Yeah, it's good.
This is basically like the lighter version of the band we just listened to.
yeah.
This is very counterparty. I would say this is probably more counterparts than the last band.
What's that?
This is probably more counterpart than the last band. Early counterparts.
Yeah. It's very Warped Tour.
Very Warped Tour sounding.
But it's good though. But it's not too mainstream.
Not too flashy.
No.
This is not a diss on the band, but this is the kind of band I would love to see as a local video, you know?
It definitely has that high energy emotion into it, you know? Yeah, very like pile on, sing along, you know?
Go with Cleave right there? No?
Yeah.
Dude, I love interludes, dude. I don't know why enough bands don't do it.
So here it comes again.
Oh, there it is.
One more revolution in this hell. Keep a watch on me while I am wasting.
All right.
Cool. Scared me for a second.
He saw a spider.
Today's episode is brought to you by Fenders.
God damn, I don't know how people can play Fenders, man. I can't do it.
Are they too light for you?
I just don't
Not
like
dense
I
enough
don't
or something,
I
or-
don't like the necks. I don't like the bridge. I don't know. I don't know. That's good. Oh, wow. Smart punk. Holy shit.
That is a wrap.
Okay.
Very good.
So once again, that was Motive, and the song was called Reap and Sow. It's not that old, a few years ago.
That's good.
And it's, I don't know, it's fun.
It's fun. It's definitely fun. It's very fanola. I like that. That was good. I don't know.
I was just reading the comments.
Loving the melodic hardcore. Love these guys. Glad to see. Glad to hear. Throwback to good old melodic. Oh, 0 dislikes. Let's keep it that way. I'm going to dislike his comment.
Yeah, do it. What a useless fucking comment.
I'm going to dislike
Thanks for not contributing to nothing.
You know what's funny is like if I said that comment and somebody thumbed down me, I'd be like, yeah, that's funny.
That's funny.
He'd probably get mad.
He'd be like, what do you think?
Corey-
From 3 years ago.
Corey with a K. Oh, man. That's funny. Baja Blast joke. The internet is a hellhole. I love it.
Yeah.
You want to take a quick little break real quick? I want to kind of, it sparked something in my brain, but I want to kind of listen through and see if I remember
that's
anything.
fine.
So we'll just take a little quick
Hey.
little break.
That's very Gucci game with me.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. That guy's a clown. And we're back. Very good. Yes. Okay. So, okay, I had a couple in mind, and I just want to like make sure that I was remembering them correctly. But one of these is pretty old. Well, they're all pretty old, but
That's fine.
so I remember this band I really used to listen to was Roses Dead, and they kind of very much kind of are kind of fitting the mold of the podcast a little bit, but they're older. Like I think I'm not exactly sure when this album came out, but it is not.
Let me see the album artwork.
It doesn't even say the year. Yeah.
Roses Dead. One word.
Yep. Like it's definitely late 2000s, but not. I don't even think it was in the 10s. I think it was almost high school ages. I think for me, I'm not sure if I'm remembering incorrectly, which I probably am.
I can't find them on Spotify, so
You
they're
know, no, that's how old they are.
that old.
Yeah. Anyway, so this song is called All the Same, All Different. And it's a shorty. It's about less than 3 minutes, but you'll definitely hear where maybe it was like kind of like the beginning stages of like this genre, maybe. I don't know. But
Okay.
Here it is.
Did you ever see them or something, or how did you find them?
I just remember hearing about them from when I was back in the day. But, you know, I think it gets faster, I think, at the end of the song, if I remember right.
It's the same, well, we're the same. And over again. The same right over again. And over again. The difference.
I like hearing the bass.
Yeah. It's a very thin recording, but that's all right. Oh, yeah. Going back a little bit more metalcore-y.
Very metalcore. Oh, yeah.
You'll see it. The stage is set now. Another part to play. This is fiction. This is imitation.
I don't remember this. There's very much a long genre of this too for a while.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But the thing is, I can't think of any bands. You know what I mean? I remember hearing this locally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely has a local sound.
Local sound, but I can't think of any bands.
That's cool. I like that. It's one of those anticipation breakdowns, you know?
But at the same time, it's really not even a breakdown, too. It could be.
It's heavy,
No, it's heavy as shit.
but it's not like completing itself. So it's like, hey. Yeah, so that's that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that was Rose Dead, all the same, all different.
A little metal, little metally in there, but still
But
very
still
melodic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
For
that,
sure.
that was cool. But like, it's funny that we both kind of like thought the same thing. It's like, this was a big sound at that time. I can't think of any band names. And it's just, I'm probably just like absolutely drawing a blank right now.
Sleeping by the Riverside sounded like that.
We listened to them.
Yeah, there's a bunch, but you're right. I can't just like put my finger on it, but there was definitely very much of like,
At that time though, when I was going to shows, almost every opener band sounded like that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which that's definitely a dated that time. Like, okay, yeah, that's to me sounds like, oh, that's the melodic band from the neighborhood.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I totally get what you're saying.
Not like a diss or whatever, but
No, but you're setting it to a setting.
Right.
I got another one, and this one's a little bit more on the more of the melodic punk side.
Melodic punk.
But it's still got speed in it, but it's got some good. I remember I've had this song saved for a while that I was going to do on an episode, but I was like, well, now's a better time than ever to play
right?
it. So the name of this band's Almost Home. I don't know if you ever heard of them. This is an older song too, but it's cool. Not as probably techie, but it definitely has big layers.
Okay.
I guess, but it definitely kind of is tying into a little bit. So this is probably the better time for me to get it off the list. This is Almost Home, and the song is called Pressure.
Can't find them on. No Panic. We've seen that before, haven't we?
It looks familiar.
Ooh,
It's kind of got like a big,
I like that progression.
got kind of like a little bit of like a traditional tonality right there, but it kind of breaks it up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of sounds like a little bit like Road Manila a little bit actually. His vocals.
Yep. Definitely got like that New England melodic hardcore feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Send me back
Yeah.
to the days when life wasn't so hard on the earth.
God, those drums.
Just a little bit growing strong.
So good.
It's good, right? I like this.
So good.
From the minds, they watch us so locked up. With all the shit that gets said by the media. Break monster craze. Increase the peace.
Give me the interludes. This is an interlude episode for sure, dude.
I really like the chord structure. It's kind of got like a Modern Life is War tone to it with the big open chords.
What will they say? What will they say? What will they do? What will they do?
Snare and floor.
What will they do?
God damn. That's big as fuck, dude.
We must end.
Oh, the bass?
Yep.
Can you go back on that bass a little bit? That was a good little bass riff.
Oh yeah.
That's so pretty, dude. Good bass.
Not as techy as the other stuff, but it
No, but that
definitely
was
had- it
so
definitely-
fucking good,
I like
dude.
that.
That was that was almost home pressure.
Oh god damn it! I forgot it was on playlist.
But the thing, like, I don't know if it's something about that era. So that's at 2009. I couldn't find them on Spotify.
Yeah.
But like, I felt like, okay, so some of the other bands that we listen to are also older, but they're almost to the 2012. Also really good, but I couldn't hear the bass as much as I can hear with some of these older songs.
Yeah, the recordings are a little different. Yeah, for sure.
But I love hearing bass and melodic shit. I mean, in all shit, I want to hear bass.
Yeah.
I want to hear bass.
Well, it also depends too. I think the more active the bass player is with the band, like he'd probably be more concerned with the tone because if the bass parts like aren't super like awesome, like they're not going to stand out anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that stood out because he's obviously playing a different melody than the guitars are doing. The guitars are just strumming on the 4, like down, and it stood out better like that.
Yeah. And I would put money on it that bass player and that drummer have a really good chemistry.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, I was definitely a very well put together. Nothing crazy, but it was simple, but it was done right.
Yeah.
It wasn't too, I don't know. It was good. I liked it.
Where did that band come from? Do you remember?
I don't know. I think I found them when I was really into like, God, I can't remember. I remember I was like kind of into that genre for like, I was really into Modern Life is War. I was really into like, I think the band was called At Half Mast. I could be wrong. I don't remember. I was kind of into like that more of like that.
Is that the ship band that you were talking about earlier?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't know. I was kind of just thinking of that big strummy type, that big New England,
Drivey. It's very
that big
drivey.
New England metal, like melodic style, like
Yeah.
Have Heart, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Comeback Kid.
Is Half Heart East Coast?
I believe they're from Boston.
I thought they were West Coast.
I thought they were like a huge Boston band.
I could be wrong. I could be really wrong on that.
I don't know. Let's see. Well, I guess.
Yours right there.
Okay, good. Yeah, Bedford, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So
You're
basically
right.
everything in Massachusetts is Boston to me. So
Anything above North Carolina is New York to me. If you go north of North Carolina, all New York. I don't know. If you have to go so if you look here, right? You're all one place. I don't give a fuck.
You're all one place.
I don't. You're so many tiny little things.
the taxes just get higher. Very good. Yeah. So I like that. I'm just yeah.
All right, let me give you something that
Yeah. We haven't done in a while. We haven't done a bad song either.
we also haven't done a bad song.
I don't have any, but I was thinking maybe if you had one.
Next episode, let's
Yeah,
try to
let's-
do.
let's-
Next episode, we try to find all bad songs.
Let's do it. We'll get extra.
We've been playing so much good music lately.
We'll get extra drunk and just be like, Total Beavis and Butthead.
I was thinking this.
I'll play Plant Man in its entirety. Plant Man.
Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. You said that, and I thought of that, and that's how my brain works. So this band is called Seasons and Wreckages.
Seasons and Wreckages? Seasons and Wreckages.
Yeah.
You could just say Wreckage, but I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. What's the song called?
Above the Trees. Oh, it is just Wreckage. My
Okay.
bad. Well, okay, so I had that font. Okay, but there's still not an S on that. I don't know why I put an S on
I
that.
don't know. The S in tracheotomy.
Okay. Oh, there's a music video.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
Ooh, that looked like one of your guitars.
Yeah, that's an AC-1000 for sure.
Yeah.
You can tell by the way that it is.
Yeah, had the pearl.
Oh, and an MH.
Is that what you got? Yeah. What's up, bro?
That guy's wearing my grandma's couch as a sweater.
Wearing a citizen hoodie?
Yeah, I saw that.
Pullover? 100?
Starfish.
Well, that was kind of funky there at the end. The drummer's nuts, dude.
That's a good drummer.
Yeah. All right. I love how high up he's playing on there. Give me an interlude.
My amp has 2 channels? It's amazing.
What head is that?
It's a PV. It's probably a 6505, which is a 5150. But any
This tube though, right?
Yeah. No, that's a Hughes and Kepner, I think. I'd have to see it again. The guy on the left is using a PV, the 6505, yeah. The other one looks like a Hughes and Kepner, maybe, I think? I don't know.
It's that graded front. Oh, you can.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
That was Seasons and Wreckage. No S at the end of that. And Above the Trees.
The only qualm I have with this particular genre is that I don't want to take it away from the band we just heard because they was good.
Yeah.
But they were a dime a dozen. Like
Yeah,
it got
at
to
that time,
a point where there were so many bands doing that sound
Yeah.
that it was hard to stand out.
Yeah.
If that made sense. If that makes sense. I mean, it's the same thing with every genre, like metalcore, death. I mean, it's, it got to be where it was saturated.
Yeah.
Because like that wasn't that far off from I think 2 other bands we listened to today.
No, for sure.
It was just I don't know. Like I think a lot of bands had a hard time with identity.
I think
If that makes sense.
no, for this, it's kind of like you have to have.
Oh, sorry. I just want to see what kind of amp he's using. Keep talking.
There was that one part during the interlude that it did stop, like right next to him, for like a second. Right there.
Okay. That's a Bergara. Yep, Bergara.
But I never heard of that one, actually.
Bergara makes pretty good stuff. I don't know if they're really popular anymore, but there was a time when Bergaras were a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That one right there. Yep.
It almost looked like a P, like the
Yeah.
way that the cursive or whatever.
Well, I thought it was at first, but you could see how they look very similar.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's 6262, 6505. I mean, it's it's probably just, I mean, yeah, that's definitely it right there. See? Yeah. Bergara.
It almost looks like an L now that I'm looking at that.
Yeah, it's a Bergara. yeah. Look at the 4 inputs right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you're right. That's a B.
Yeah.
The more I'm looking at
1,
it.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. Bergara. Yeah. It's basically a 5150. It looks
So as someone that used to make cabs, is the weight mostly being pulled by the head? Right? If you have a Marshall cab or like a PV cab or something like that.
the size and density can definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
Most cabs aren't that much different from each other.
As far as like 412s, like
Yeah, like the dimensions aren't that far off.
whether you have a slanted or,
The slant doesn't necessarily do anything for the sound, but the slant is more for you can hear it on stage better.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you remember, like a lot of like not these kind of bands, but a lot of like show bands or like cover bands that have like a 212 cab, like a 212 combo. They would like take this a stand and they would tilt it, and that's so that they can hear their guitar better. But as far as like the projection goes, like what you really it's more about internal bracing. Okay. So like the stiffer it is, the more like punch you're gonna get. Like obviously the thickness of the wood matters. I mean, but most cabinets as a whole are typically just 3/4 inch birch plywood, But I would do like so what I would do is I would actually, and I'm sure anybody that wanted to customize their grill or something would hate me for this, but I would actually glue, like when I put the baffle in that held the speakers, I would glue and screw the front baffle into the cabinet. And then I would have 2 different internal things that would go and screw into the back of the amp. So like it's just tight, like it's not moving. Yeah. All the vibration and everything is going to come out of the speakers. So that allows it to push more air without any resistance.
What kind of wood would you use?
Oh, it was Baltic birch plywood. Like I said, I wasn't using anything crazy different than anybody else. Yeah. And it was just the dimensions weren't the same. But there's different things you can do with like how you like brace it on the inside that can help with projection and shit like that. I think, I don't know what it is. Like
you definitely had the prettiest cabs.
Yeah. There was only a couple of companies that do that. Like the whole stain thing.
I just love the wood,
I like the look of it.
Yeah, no, it aesthetically pleasing. Like even like your little signature, triangle on it.
Yeah,
really cool.
The triangle came later, and that kind of like just wanted to.
Does Ben have a triangle on his?
Yep. I think he was the first one that I actually did it for.
Yeah.
Like when I started making them, because everything was just square. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, again, it's like. I put mine because I remember at the time Ben had an orange cab, and I had a Mesa too, and like they didn't sound all that much different, but it sounded better than the cheaper cabs, which I guess is what you want.
So you taking your speakers like your 412s out of your Mesa or whatever and putting them in your cab, it would sound better.
Not necessarily because they're for this particular, like for certain genres, there's like a staple of like what speakers you should use. And like, there's not that many different ones. Obviously, like for metal, the vintage 30 is like the go-to. Okay. But what I like to do is when Marshall had their 1960 cabs, and those are like the, just industry standard, and same thing with like the Mesa oversized rectifier cabs and shit like that. I didn't like the vintage 30s as much because they kind of scooped the mids a little bit. But what I used to do is I would take 2 GT12s, which came stock in the 1960s, and I would put 2 vintage 30s kind of in a cross pattern, so you kind of get a little bit of both. So like that's actually my favorite cab that I ever built was for Dan. Dan Gangley Youth. It's a 412 cabinet, but the bottom is a closed back and the top is an open back with cross pattern and 2 different kinds of speakers.
Ooh.
So like you kind of got like a big bright like tone coming from the open back, but you also have like a really tight low end mid.
So to mic that up on stage, would you need 2 mics essentially, or would you put one in the middle, or like?
I mean,
because a lot of times they would just drape it over 112 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to do that, I mean, live, they probably wouldn't be going through all that, but you'd still hear it like in a recording studio, like the sound coming out of the back, it would resonate. So you would hear the tones that you wouldn't get from a closed back. So it's kind of just like I was talking about it last time, like having a room mic, like as your natural reverb, you're capturing the tone of the amp. But nowadays it's like so weird because everybody just uses cabinet impulses and digital amps and shit like that just simulate amplifiers and stuff. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there still recording guitar, like real guitars and stuff like that. But I think for like a lot of like the band we just listened to, like those guys were like, and I hate saying it, but they're just like, just
pump it
out, squirt it out, and it's ready to go.
Would you put tweeters or shit like that in yours, or?
I never really got into like the bass side. I mean, I've made bass cabs, but again, like the customers that I would work with were mostly from like heavier type bands.
Yeah,
Like they just want an 810, nothing, like the serious bass players, they want like ported and shit like that and all that stuff. But I mostly just did the guitar stuff, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm fucking hungry. After I get out of here, I'm gonna go get some fucking food.
I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
Oh yeah. You want to do you have another band, or do you want to do the wheel? We haven't done the wheel. We haven't done the wheel in a long time. If you're new and you haven't if you're just like watching this episode, and
we did it like twice.
No, you know what? I think we did it like 5 times.
Did we really?
I think we had like a good little run. But what we would do is Drew curated this list of a bunch of other fests, and there's 500.
There's 860 bands on this list.
Sorry, there's no. Well, what's the correct number though? How is there not a drag down on that?
There is. You just can't.
Oh, there it is.
You just can't see it.
You're right. There is 877 songs or bands.
Frotis.
And so what we do is put it like a
Random number generator
on it. Because a lot of these bands are dead. A lot of these bands I've never heard of. We might find a band that, and this is what was like kind of the trend we couldn't find.
Yeah.
And then we would have to do it again. But so.
Do you want to do this? Or do you want to do the actual spinny thing?
Is there a spinny thing?
I don't remember. Hold on. I think there was one time we found it, but it was like super.
Wheel.
Well. Wow, wheel. I thought, yeah. Random number wheel generator 2023. Ooh, this is new. New science. Okay. This isn't going to work for us. Let's just do it the other way because it was already fine. Random number wheel. Can I? This is very entertaining. Okay.
Here we go.
There we go. Perfect.
1.
Very good. 1.
877.
Do you want to see how it was coded? There you go. 877. I guess we'll put it on. Put it on the screen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, very good. All right. Spin it.
Oh, that's awful.
Yep. Glad that's being recorded. What did it land on? I can't even see. It's so small. Oh, there it is.
634.
634.
Right.
Okay, let's go here.
It was the most dramatic yet. What was it?
Hold on.
644? 34.
Oh, Drowning Man. Okay, yeah.
Are you familiar with them?
I'm familiar with them, but yeah.
Okay, here we go. They're on Spotify.
Yeah.
And so what we would do, if we find them on Spotify, we would just play their top played song. And this is from an album from 2000. And the album is called the song is called Black Tie Knife Fight.
Okay.
And the album title is How They Light Cigarettes in Prison.
Okay, oh, that's what I was going to click on. But that's the album that you said was the... okay, so How They Light Cigarettes in Prison. Boom, right here.
Yeah, and then the song is called Black Tie Knife Fight.
Wait.
This one right here.
Okay.
Top one.
Okay, there it is. It's their top played song?
Yeah.
I already like it. Whew. I knew I liked Drowning Man. I just couldn't put a sound to it. Ooh, this is good.
From Vermont. How was the bass?
I knew I liked this band.
So cool.
2000, wow.
Yeah.
You already said that, didn't you?
Sounds like it's from 2000.
Oh, yeah. They're the same font as Poison the Well.
I was gonna make a comment about that because I was looking at like their background.
Yeah, well, that literally looks like the entire decade of 2000.
True. Switchblade.
It's close. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Would you ever play in a band like this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I knew I liked this band, and I just couldn't put a sound. It's probably been a long time since I listened to them, but I've always known that like I've seen the name a lot over the 20 years, you know?
Yeah. The episode of Interludes. Right?
Good bass.
Oh yeah. When you hear the sound, do you think of a memory? Is there like an instant memory that like pops up? Not like of anything, but like a
The time.
time, right? Like
Probably
a bubble.
like last year of high school, in my Honda,
in your Honda.
in my Honda Accord. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Drowning Man, very good. Oh! I forgot that I thought I turned that off. Oh, it's a playlist, that's why.
so yeah, that was
Very good.
what was that again?
Drowning Man.
Drowning Man.
The Black Tie Knife Fight.
And they're on YouTube and yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very good.
Very
Oh, man. Okay.
How They Light Cigarettes in Prison. What a cool like album title.
Magnifying glass?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Stones or something, right?
Andy Dufresne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. I don't know. So what are you thinking? You want to do?
Yeah.
You want to do one more? You want to wrap it up? I'm kind of like,
What's done?
yeah, that's done. Let's
rip it up.
Let's rip it up.
Yeah.
Rip it up. Okay. This is good. It was quick. A lot of songs though. A
lot of songs,
A lot
though.
of songs. Good. Good. Quick episode. I wish I didn't have to go to work tonight, but it is what it is. All right. So okay. Let me. I should probably make this a desktop item just for ease of access. You know. But hey, we're not, you know what? I don't think the world needs us to be 100% ready.
You get what you
all the
get.
time. Yeah. You get what you get. Till you throw it, man. Hey, Godsmack. Here it is. This is fun. Yeah.
I liked it a
What
lot.
you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points,
And may
and
God have mercy
on your soul.
If you don't have the training, it ain't gonna work.
Flop.
Flop. No one's gonna come over.
over.
You know, it's just things are gonna happen.